Hello and welcome, my lovely Cancer. Cancer, your card in tarot is the Chariot. It is about forward movement. In this deck, the major arcana are mixed with the pip or trump cards. And that is also the Seven of Swords, moving from illusion, moving from perhaps a theft or a dishonesty with ourselves even. All right. Cancer, this is also your weekly intuitive energy and card reading for the week of September 16th through 22nd, 2019. Remember that time is merely a pretense, and these readings may apply to something that has happened to you in the past, present, or future. This is also a general Cancer reading and will not apply to all, but do hang around for all the general messages that might pop up for your sign. All right. First, let me talk about my live September 14th. Train wreck, buffering, disaster. I didn't get any of my readings off, and I barely, I think I recorded for 30 minutes, but only 17 posted. So, don't watch it. We're going to skip that. No link in the box below. All right. So, let's get on with the show. All right. It was a tough one. It was a public failure, and I haven't decided if I'm going to cry over it yet, or I'm just going to keep laughing over it. All right, me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. What kind of energies do we have above us? Well, we still have that Virgo and Sun. Sun and Virgo, that is perfecting, that is painting the lives that we want. It is our earthly experience, and it combined with that full moon energy from Saturday, September 14th, this full moon in Pisces, very sensitive harvest full moon. The moon is at home in Pisces, just as the sun was at home in Leo, I should say. And so this is going to be high emotions. Your subconscious is going to be lit up, as is your intuition. And in the spiritual experience, Neptune rules Pisces. So beware disappointment, illusions, and a little overconfidence. And to mix in a little love, we have Venus in Libra. Venus is going to be moving retrograde, and that is going to be about revisiting, reviewing, just looking at things again, just like we did for Mercury retrograde, but in the area of where we expressing our affections. So, and balancing of our love. So what does all this mean? It just means it's work, life, love, a balance. Work, life, love, balance. All right, I'm just going to see what you're pulling in, the energies in the reading. A little truth. All right, this is coming into some kind of truth or clarity that basically you poured out this cup. You're not going to go on this venture because you realized the burden it was causing you, and you're putting down your burdens, you're moving on. This is an ending, a very quick ending. It's like that bit of information, that last piece you needed to make your decision came in, and you laid down the law on that, and you said, this is it. It was not necessarily a logical decision, but it was definitely about some kind of love feeling. You're just done with this. It's kind of like, it's not even the straw that broke the camel's back. The way this is, I'm pouring my cup out and I'm dropping these burdens, damn it. It feels more like it's so after the straw that broke the camel's back and you did your major separation of some kind, you're coming into the, this is like the final dagger, you know, that thing that happens after all that says, oh, I made the right decision. And look, there it is. And even for everyone to see, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to take that upright. All right. You get a bit of a fire under your ass for some money issues, getting some money flowing. Again, I love this card, especially for Cancers, because it's all about money doing so well that, you know, when you're making dinner and somebody walks in the door and you're like, sit down, have some, and your table just gets fuller and fuller with love and affection and just being together. And I know Cancers love that. And so this card, getting this card is just all about you. And then it's right next to your card. You're getting that inspiration. Jack of Clovers, you may have a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your energy, but moreover because this ends saying this is you. This is absolutely you taking this truth and just, it's a complete breakthrough. It is an absolute breakthrough. You're coming back to so much of yourself. The Jack is a fire under your ass. It is a leap forward. It is not quite the Fool because it's almost a return to the things that, to this lesson, this way you used to be. You're feeling like yourself this week, Cancer. I feel like you're just, you have this desire to move forward, to be yourself. This is like, it feels like an energy of giving. That's why, I have the Queen of Swords, the Four of Diamonds, and the Jack of Swords. You may have an air sign in your midst. In the future, you might have a little trouble with an air sign. I'm sorry, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But Cancer, this is more, there's going to be another problem. So this, you pouring out your cup, is your heart is no longer in it. The next time this person comes around to try and get you back, or decide that, you know, things, I don't know, to close up some business in a divorce, or closing a business, even that, just ending this partnership, there's going to be another round in the future. But this time, you've already been through some serious truth. You've already come back to yourself. So in the future, encountering this person, you're going to pull the Queen of Swords energy probably. I don't think you're going to say much. It's not going to be this big long out battle discussions that used to happen. It's going to happen so fast. You're going to put them in a very subservient position to you. And it's because you're just going to protect your assets. This is somebody who's even a past lover. It feels more like a past lover, or like a kid, or so somebody who thinks you owe them something. Somebody feels entitled to something to you, but it mostly feels like they're going to try and come and get something, but your heart's out of it. You took your heart out of it already. That was energy you were coming into this reading with, and if you haven't felt it, go ahead and test it. See how you feel about things. Meditate on that energy. And let those emotions come up and leave. I mean, the full moon is already dragging them up. Full moons are course corrections. They're kicking the asses to get in the right lane, which would be the Jack of Fire anyway. That fire under your ass to get back in your lane, stay in your lane, get on your course. You have a special path to go to. I'm going to pull these cards, some cards here as messages from Spirit about this. It feels good. I mean, the next time you encounter this person, it's not going to be like before. Oh my gosh, I just totally fogged up these cards. They don't want me to shuffle. The next time you encounter this person, it's not going to be that, because your heart isn't in it. So there's no, so every time they attack, you just respond very businesslike, or you get things back in line, get things back in their lane, get things back on the road. You know, it's something that has to be done. So you're gonna like, okay. I mean, it could be simple as, what is it? It has something to do with a pet, you know, like somebody's dog carrying thing or something like that. They need, just an item they need to get from you, I guess, that, needs to be arranged, that, of course, they're gonna try and use it to hurt you. Yeah, see, heartbreak came out. This isn't as heavy a heartbreak as it looks, because the first thing that came out to me was not the pain of sadness, but was the information that causes sadness. Like I said, it is, again, this Ace of Swords and that Three of Swords are very closely connected, because they, you know, they're in the same suit and all that. And I do have this Four of Pence in the upright. Again, this is the second time this card came out. This is protecting your assets. You know, this sad information that's coming to you is going to be a reminder to protect your assets around this person. Yeah, you're done having nightmares about it. You're done being confused about it. Nine of Swords in reverse. And that's going to, if you're not done, as advice from Spirit and messages from Spirit about this spread, if you're not done with it, Spirit wants you to work on sleeping. Spirit is saying you shouldn't be having these nightmares. Life should start moving forward for you. Now that you have, it's like whatever action or decision or a way you've chosen in this mess of your past that keeps popping back up, it's like, you know, if you've ever heard of cord cutting, where you like cut somebody's energy from you. You did that by taking, I mean, no, we don't all have to do rituals and light candles to do that, but we all have to be able to do that in some way. And you did this in a very physical way, but it did have heart and spirit effects. And it does clear a lot of your energy. So some of this, like holding on to your assets, protecting to your assets kind of feeling, you're going to not have to do that as much. At the center of the reading is this Six of Swords. This is like lovely dinners at home with like a big group. And this is a Six of Diamonds, I'm sorry. It's a lovely dinner at home with a big group. It's that pentacled movement. It's generosity. It's that coming and going of energy, that flow of friendship and family. And it doesn't say anything about love there, but you're going to be all right because of that. And so you're going to, that's the focus of this week's energy. I would focus my energy on that, on the idea of that, especially since it is so Cancerian. I mean, it's got to tickle your fancy, and Spirit is saying, yes, that's the kind of stuff that's coming towards you. And yes, you must make this decision. Continue to take this sad information, protect your assets, release the sadness, the nightmares, the confusion. It's gone, so release the sadness over it. And then things will start moving again. You're going to feel a sense of forward movement in your life again. The Seven of Wands, it is defending your position, but you are in the right. Your heart is in the right place for this. Nine of Wands in reverse. King of Swords, yeah, you do have an air sign around you in reverse, and an Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords repeating itself in this reading. That's the second time it popped up. Let's get going. All right, so you're probably going to be in this battle for a while. I think that's the what you know is going to happen. You're not done yet, is what these cards are telling me. You're a little still stuck in there. And that King of Swords, that air sign I told you, yeah, they're probably giving you a little trouble. They're difficult. They're very difficult, and I'm sorry, but it's you know, I'm sorry. It is difficult, and you don't even like if you were. That's the thing is, I'm hearing somebody say it's difficult. It's difficult, and I can't tell you. I can't tell you that. I can't even begin to tell you what this person has done to me, what I've allowed this person to do to me. It's just such a mature kind of like response to this, and you're owning it, but you can also own your happiness. So Spirit is telling you, yeah, this is going to be a bit, you know the truths, you got things in the right, you got both your Ace of Swords in the upright, so your clarity is good, your intuition's on point, you've got it, and you know it's going to be a bit of an issue still, but there are things you can do, and you've already done, to remove this person's energy from your life and your dinner table. Spirit says you're on the right track with that, is what I'm getting. But be patient. You know, long relationships do take a long time to end. Okay, Ace of Diamonds, Four of Clovers. This is a reason to celebrate. It can be the marriage card. In Cartomancy, the marriage card would be a 6 in numerology, though, in Cartomancy. But it is a reason to celebrate. It is a reason. People think of this card as like pitching a tent. Either it's not sexually, I would expect more hearts, but stabilizing, you know, in the desert, stabilizing a base, a home, really getting that in order in a more spiritual way as well. And with the Ace of Diamonds in reverse, you're coming into a rocky financial start. And based on the reading before, it sounds like you need to protect some of those finances to begin with. So, based on the spread before, I mean. So definitely, you're trying to bring up your home to speed. You know, you want to bring it up to where it belongs, where it hasn't been for a while. And Spirit, this is advice from Spirit. They're saying, yep, that's the action you should, these are more action cards, like this is the thing you should do. And with the Joker, this is in reverse. So you're having a little trouble doing that with your lack of resources, but you're going to figure it out because you're going to pull it together. I feel like somebody going through their apartment and taking things off shelves and throwing it in a box and putting it in the trash of this former person. Things that they bought together, things that remind them of time together. It's like a clearing of all... It's a clearing of all that energy. I told you you're doing something very physical to remove it. That's a big one, and it's actually advice from Spirit. Come on. Get a jumper. These aren't too hard to get jumping. This is a really good reading, Cancer. I do still feel they're going to be around. A lot of X's are... Ooh, a lot of royalty here. I did pick a couple jacks. I did pick up all 3 jacks in this spread. So you might have some suns in this mix. That could be why you can't get this X just entirely out of your business. But, semi-adult boys, though. But I actually did pick up that the person you were trying to get out of your apartment was your son. Okay, but Queen of Diamonds is financial security above all. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your energy. 10 of Hearts, of course. It is the Happy Home card. You're closing this chapter of your Happy Home because you're going to start a new one. I do feel that you had a couple aces in this spread as well. And this King of Diamonds, Cancer, another Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your energy, but I feel more it's you building your kingdom. I feel like this is kingdom building. This is all your energy. It's a full house of royalty almost, because this Jack of Hearts is that fresh heart that I told you were going to start feeling, or I should have told you were going to start feeling, because you poured the poison out of your cup. So now when you're building up love, it's not mixing with that poison anymore. Ooh, Spirit, that's deep. That's intense. You're rebuilding your life. This is all about rebuilding your life. And it's rebuilding it in love. And there's this 10 of Hearts tells me that you're still working through some of the past issues. But my goodness, or you're clearing out some of the past things still, as we said this. But it's just not affecting you emotionally anymore. You're finding your happiness in so many other things you used to do coming back into your life that you could really give a rat's ass about the other issues. They're minor in comparison. All right, Cancer, thank you for sharing that energy with me. It was a great reading. Absolutely great. Please like, subscribe, comment, tip or donate if the Spirit moves you. Link below in the box. What you won't find below in the box is that September 14th disaster or train wreck of a live reading. Still up there. Maybe one more week just to... I feel like it was a knock in the pants to tell me, hey, don't get so... I don't know. I was getting a little fussy about my channel. All right. Yeah. Knock. Thanks. Spirit does that. All right. Thank you, Cancerians. I know you're going to have a great week, but again, be well, my lovelies.